What's good, good people? Soul Brother number one, coming back at you from the top of the chocolate Milky Way. This evening, we're going to be taking a look at Mattel's Masters of the Universe, Masterverse New Eternia Zodac. And as always, how we like to do is start off with the accessories. Zodac's going to come with two sets of hands. Comes with left and right fists, which are on in and out hinges. And he comes with his other hands is like in this one is like a trigger hand, so you can see that's where the gun is supposed to go, and this hand is a regular weapon holding hand. And speaking of that, he comes with his pistol that is very reminiscent of the OG Zodac's pistol, laser blaster, funky gun, whatever you want to call it, but that's what it is. Red and it's red, molded in red with the silver paint apps. He also comes with this staff. Now, the original OG Zodac didn't come with a staff. That came later. But this one, as you can see, comes with a staff. It's gray, red tips, and, well, red, and then the gray tips there. I think the red is the paint. And this can separate into two separate weapons if you choose to do it that way. As far as accessories, those would be all he comes with, unless you want to count, and this is one of the things that I like about the Masterverse line, is where you can make it look like more like the OG line. This Zodac, as you can see, comes with these shoulder pads, which can come off. They just got two clips on the back. You can just take those off right there. Now, you can't take the belt off. Let's see, no, because the belt is hooked up to this. You can, I don't know why, if they did that. Well, so you can take the whole thing off. But if you wanted to have him look more like the OG, minus this flap here and the shoulder pads, you could have him looking just like this with his weapon. So getting into the figure, oh, and well, before I do that, I guess I could show you how you could store his weapons on the back if you so chose. Kind of loose. I guess you could put the thick piece, but that might stress those out. And that's how they store on there. Getting into the figure, you got the head sculpt. From what I remember, looks just like the OG vintage Masters of the Universe Zodac. You get the 360 on the head. It doesn't go, yeah, it does go up. Well, that's like just a little bit, I guess. Goes up. Trying to see. Okay, yeah, that. There we go. Goes up about that, and looks down. You can look down a generous amount. You get the T-pose on the arms. This is going to be standard articulation. Nothing different about it. The bicep swivel. You get the double jointed elbows, as you can see there. Now his diaphragm cut is going to be hindered by his harness he has on. You will be able to get a little side to side, but as far as bending forward and back, you can go back a little bit, but you're not going to go back that far with that harness on. You got the 360 rotation on the hands, and they are on in and out pegs, joints, or whatever. You have a waist rotation, but he's not going to go that far because of the belt his holster is strapped to his leg. See, and his belt came off a little bit. That's how you can, if you wanted to take that off, the belt comes off in the back. Okay, we're gonna get, you can get a little bit of the Van Damme here. The thigh swivel. The double jointed knees, a generous amount of range on that double jointed knee, as you can see. You have a boot swivel, ankle hinge, and rocker on the ankle, generous. And you have his clawed feet. There's a channel called Spectre Creative. He does a good job of explaining, you know, his Master of the Universe stuff is, because I think he used to work for the line, but he does a good job in explaining, and there's some backstory on why Kratos has the clawed feet, because if you notice, watching him, I learned that was one of the way they differentiated from the heroes and the villains, antagonists and protagonists. The villains were on the buck that had the clawed feet. Most of them. You had some that didn't have it. Let me see. Can I remember right off? I don't remember right off which ones. But in the beginning, the villains had clawed feet, and I think they said at first Zodac might have, I think, was supposed to be a villain or something, but then he morphed into being neutral, and now I think he's still, according to lore, I don't know if he's good now or just still neutral or whatever. But this is how you would display him if you wanted to display him looking like more like the OG. You know what? As more and more I think about it, I may keep the shoulder pads off. I may keep the shoulder pads off, and let's see if we can get this belt back on here, strapped on. Okay. And we're gonna have him wielding his pistol. Put his batons back together like I had them. The only difference is going to be is the shoulder pads. He's not going to be rocking the shoulder pads this time. And that's how I figure I'm going to display Zodac. I had him, like you saw before, I had him rocking the shoulder pads. But now that I took them off, I think we're going to go with this look, the more classic look. And for comparison, like we do right here, you will see the picture of the OG original Zodac from 82. What was it, 81? And then we got the Masters of Universe Classic Zodac. This is the first one. They had two. The second one was a black dude. They didn't gender swap because in the lore it said that I think he's supposed to be a successor, and in the lore it's like there's not only one Zodac. Zodac, it's like a group of them, like the Watchers. You know, feel me? There's a group of cosmic enforcers to keep the balance between good and evil. So yeah, they just made another one, and in that one, I like that one too because he doesn't have the clawed feet. He just has the regular boots. And also in the DC versus Mattel, that Zodac, he has like white gloves and boots on. I'm gonna get that one too because that's gonna be my classic Zodac because I'm not digging Zodac with the clawed feet. I just don't like it. But I mean, it's on him now. I ain't gonna change it. But there you have my review of new Eternia Zodac. And remember, put a glide in your stride, a dip in your hip, and hey, we can all wait on the mothership. Y'all be easy.